Hello, Internet. You may think that I just start recording and rambling and I just upload the video unedited, and you'd be absolutely right. However, this is the third attempt now at making this video because I just kept going off topic and rambling. A script would be useful. Perhaps I should look into that. Anyway, two things I want to update today. So firstly, all this crap that's going on here with that, yeah, I'll get to that in a moment, and the HM7000 security issue. So a comment on the previous video was, if I'm on DCC mode, does that protect me from this security flaw? No, it doesn't, sorry. That one is basically if your phone or iPad, whatever device you're using to talk to these chips, if that can talk to the chips, then you're vulnerable. Simple as that. The only way you're not going to be vulnerable is to literally disable the Bluetooth on the chips, which I don't think there's a CV to disable the Bluetooth, like the actual radio on there. I don't think there's a way of doing that. Let me know if there is. Or indeed physically disabling it by cutting the antenna traces, but yeah, don't do that. You're going to damage something. So yeah, at the moment you're not safe. I have, as I mentioned, I've emailed Hornby. They got back to me. Took them about a week and a bit to get back to me, and they said, "Okay, well, thanks for letting us know. I'll pass this on." Basically, is what the guy said. Fair enough. And then earlier this week, I then got another email from them, completely unprompted. I didn't ask for an update, and they said, "Hi, Richard. Just to let you know, we are taking this very seriously," and it's gone to a couple of directors. They gave me job titles. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. So that's fine. There's no problem there. So that was actually kind of a good response. It was a better response than I was expecting. I was expecting Hornby to ignore me or just to say, "Yeah, we know, we don't care." So them saying we're taking it seriously and we're doing something about it is exactly what I want to hear. And it sounds like little meetings are being had to discuss this email that I've sent to them, and I've given them full disclosure about what I've done to do this and what the problem is. And actually, I've also tried to give them this little couple of hints of, well, this might be a way to fix it if you do this, that, and the other. So obviously it's their product; they can decide what they're doing with it. But that's I've tried to help them as much as I can. I've tried to be as nice as I can on the email as well. Yeah, you got to kind of understand. Everyone does understand. Hornby is quite a small business. They're a big business in this hobby. They're a big name in this hobby because you say Hornby, even people outside this hobby know what you're talking about. But they've probably never had to deal with something like this before. And getting security right is very, very difficult. Very difficult. So we'll see what comes out of it. But that's the update on the HM7000. I started making this video because I just kind of cut this up and I thought, I could probably just show where I'm at with it. So I'm trying to make my tunnel going from here around to here. And because of the TT scale, what's quite nice about this material, and the blocks I'm buying it in at least, there's not going to be much support, but I can actually just keep it as one piece rather than having to make different pieces because it goes too high. I think I'll just about be able to kind of keep a line through there. So next step I think is to kind of, so I've obviously cut this bottom bit to size. This is all one piece. I've kind of cut this bottom bit to size so it hugs the baseboard around the edges. And I'm going to kind of cut a triangle in here. Then I'm going to kind of it doesn't have to match the inside at all. Going to cut that, or do I try and do I cut the space for the track first? That might be a better idea actually, and then I can then cut inside to make sure it's not too narrow. Yeah, because I do want to reclaim some of this space back for the layout rather than having the whole thing as a tunnel. Anyway, so that's what I'm working on. I want the layout to be. Look, I spend not even a day a month on this thing, so progress is very slow. That's what life is, right? This is a little hobby for me. It's a little bit of fun. I don't take it as seriously as perhaps I should. I don't put as much time into this thing as perhaps I should. But this is just a nice little hobby to do on a Sunday afternoon when I'm home alone. There's no one else around. There's nothing else to do. So this is the perfect situation to do this hobby on. This is what I wanted actually. So if things take months and months to do, it's not really a problem. So I'm going to work on this, but I want it to be a bit better than this at the moment because my local train club, which I'm a member of, we're having an open day soon. And basically the chairman said, look, I really want your layout there. And I kept saying no. And they asked me about 4 times and I said maybe. And apparently the word maybe means the word yes. So I'm going to be showing this to the public. And I did say it's not going to be nowhere near finished, guys. This is not like any kind of exhibition standard whatsoever. And the response I got back from that was, well, good. We don't want it to be finished, if anything, because we want you to be able to kind of be working on it whilst we're there and showing people what you're doing and actually making it quite accessible, because you're our newest member and our least experienced member. This is actually a good thing to have where we have things unfinished. So that was kind of an interesting sort of conversation. So yeah, I've learned the difference between an exhibit now and an open day, and the open day is just showing whatever crap we've got lying around an exhibit. This is never going to be exhibit standard, ever. Never going to be exhibition standard. I'll never get to that level. But yeah, this is kind of an interesting thing. What else is there to say? Not much. So I got more of those Tramfabrique or DCC Concepts, excuse me, those Stay Alives. I have installed 2 of them in the Girlfriend's 00 layouts. Sorry, not layouts, locomotives. The Mallard now actually goes around the track, no problem at all. And the Tiger is now completely broken. It doesn't move at all. So I have a feeling, because there was no space in that thing at all. So I have a feeling, because I've had to solder wires to the back of the HM7000, because there are pads there, there are there to be used. I have a funny thing, I've just damaged it, and that's the end of it. So that's going to cost me 60 quid to put that right. Oh well, that's how it goes. That's the only other sort of train-ish stuff I've done, really. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, Hornby are reacting really well to the HM7000 issue. They're looking into it, and I'm going to attempt to build some kind of tunnel, because I want a tunnel. I'm having a tunnel. I don't care. I'm having a tunnel. And one of the guys at the train club, model train club, he keeps bringing in this T-gauge stuff, and that T-gauge stuff looks really good. That kind of T-gauge is just tiny. It's so obviously our scale TT 120 is 1 to 120, right? T-gauge is 1 to 450. Like he has a HST in it, not this livery, but he has a HST in it, and it's just, my eyes struggle to focus on it. It's so small. Like the whole train is like, yeah, it's like that. It's like the space. It's like, yeah, it's the length of the bogies basically on this thing. So, well, no, the whole train. Excuse me. The loco is that. The whole train is probably about up to about there or so. He had a power car and then two carriages in the middle. It was astonishing. Yeah. So when I get this to a stage of kind of near completion, which is probably going to be another 5 years at this rate, yeah, I might look into T-gauge. That looks kind of interesting. Anyway, all right, thanks for watching if you got this far. Have a good day. Have a good lazy Sunday afternoon. And I'm going to try and not waste a tenner on this material and actually make it work for me. Let me know in the comments if this is not the right way to do things. I'm assuming I can peel this off. It looks like that peels off. Probably should check that before I bought it. Yeah, it looks like that peels off. So yeah, let me know if this is completely the wrong thing to do. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I mean, look, it's just a support structure, right? And I can put this Creation Station Art Rock single pack. I did not buy this, actually. This was given to me. Someone had a bunch of these, so I was just like, yeah, go for it. So yeah, that stuff I think will then hopefully make it look a bit more naturey. I need to watch some YouTube videos, don't I, to figure out this. But I need to get this shape right first. Once I've got the shape right on this, that's probably the first big step. And I've got to make sure I can put it out, detach it in some way so I can still clean the track underneath or fix any derailments or any stuck trains or anything. I think. We'll see. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Bye-bye.